Good afternoon, everybody. This is, excuse me, Treya Tarot. Welcome to your collective Halloween reading for October 31st, 2024. This is my favorite day of the year. Oof, eyes are having a little trouble. I'm using the Morgan-Greer today, mostly because I felt a need to return back to, I don't know, my roots, my original deck. And this deck is very much my original, my original teaching deck. It's what I learned on. And so I'm using it to kind of get back to myself in a way, you know? Okay. I don't know about everybody else, but there's definitely something interesting going on in the air right now. I've been calling it the final boss moment, as have a few of my friends. But the overwhelming feeling I have is that we are all meeting an issue that may be profound for each of us, to get to the other side of whatever that is. I know what it is for me, so I'm hoping everybody else is carrying their own awareness in that as well. I took out the Page of Swords because it flipped over while I was shuffling. So messages of truths being revealed, secrets coming to light. Okay. It's upright too, so don't be surprised if you're contacted by somebody who feels the need to confess something to you. Chances are it's somebody that you are not so pleased with, or it's a sentiment you're not so pleased with. But the Strength card tells me that this is not something that necessarily needs to drag you down at all. It feels like a revisiting, honestly. I'm getting shivers on that one. So this is probably something from the past for many of us, or most of us, that is coming back up for the word that I'm hearing is reconciliation, but I don't know if that's what I mean. I mean more that the past and the future, or the past and the present, are being rectified for each other. So what is very old is very old. Let it be old, let it be done. Remember what you have coming in, what you're creating, what you're working towards, okay? Because this feels to me like not letting, it feels to me like somebody coming in to ask for forgiveness, or someone coming in to apologize for something that was probably heinous on some level. With that Strength card, there's this restriction of our wilder impulses. There's this harnessing of our, more aggressive, more reactionary qualities. And because she's facing that page, I feel like the trick here is to remember where you are now, so that you don't overreact to someone coming in to put an end or cap off an experience that might have been very difficult. All right, let's see what else comes out. I'm going to cut the deck here. If you like these readings, please subscribe. Please like them, share them, comment. Helps me grow. And I love doing these readings, even when I can't get to them on certain days. I'm working on that. Okay. The Ace of Rods reversed. Interesting. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Someone returns, stand your ground. Don't, how do I say this? The Knight of Pentacles is the knight that waits for further information. It feels to me like you shouldn't wait for further information. Justice. You already know where you stand. So to hesitate to speak your truth would be pointless. There is no sort of diplomatic way to balance the outcome here. You must tell the truth, and take a hold of those wilder reactions that you might be experiencing internally. Yeah, here you go. Again, I said this maybe yesterday or the day before. Something that was taken from you is returned. There's definitely something coming back. To me, it feels like a fragment or a piece of our I'm going to say piece of our soul. You know, have you ever heard of soul fragmentation? But I don't necessarily believe that we lose pieces of our soul to anything. So what I mean by that is a piece, you know, a piece returning to be put to rest, maybe. It doesn't really matter. You don't need help here. This is not a repeat of what happened. This is the rectification of said thing. The truth is known. Okay, there's definitely a scenario coming through for someone or many people about something underhanded or something that seemed one way but is actually another, as though someone may have accused you of being what they were. There's definitely a projection and manipulation factor here coming correct. So either someone got their karma and is coming back to apologize for what they did to you, or you're about to see karma take its place. Balancing. Something returns. You don't hesitate. It feels to me like our lack of hesitation here is because we have been carrying the truth the whole time. Oh, sorry for the shaking camera. I don't know how to balance this and not touch the table at the same time. Okay. All right. So the thing here is just to be conscious and remember not to overreact if you can. Bottom of the deck, withholding. Yeah. So that Four of Pentacles tells me that the Strength card is a very necessary influence. Maybe this is about you not overreacting out of the fact, you know, the factual information. It's about you withholding certain things based on what you know about the truth, meaning that the reaction is more about feeding the other person's ego than it is about telling the truth or you experiencing the end of the cycle. So if you overreact or give them too much attention, it will be counterproductive. The Emperor reversed, right? So this is somebody who may have been very immature. Yeah, the immature one is now considering the mistake they made. Okay. There's definitely something here about someone having done someone else dirty or someone having made a decision out of their immaturity that negatively affected somebody that they may have cared about, and then potentially having, with that devil influence, this sort of unintended negative consequence kind of thing. The Page of Pentacles tells me that there's a review process happening. Okay. I'm going to pull another 3. This is so that you can put something to rest. Yeah, contract ending. All right. So this is a returning of the wound. Okay. So do not be surprised if you're contacted by somebody who did something terrible to you, or who hurt you, or chose their own gain over your well-being, something along those lines. This is about you putting something from the past to rest and severing a contract that is no longer applicable by healing the wound within. For me, it's coming up as the abandonment wound. I'm sure there's plenty of people coming up to that exact wound as well, especially with this 5 of Pentacles. There's this sense of being left out in the cold with that. So because of the Strength and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, in my opinion, this is about self-ownership. So when you are met with something that made you feel worthless, unloved, disregarded, discarded, any of those things, the reversal of said thing is to own yourself and to understand where your boundaries are so that you don't feed into that situation any further in any way, especially energetically, with your emotions or voice or anything like that. So when you are met with the trigger of the past over the next week or so, when you're met with the difficult situation, you have the opportunity here to let it go, sever the contract so that it can finally end and heal the wound. There is definitely something coming up. I don't know if it's next month. It might be November, about Mars, I think, squaring Pluto. There's something difficult that we are processing as a collective. This will be your signal as to what you have to heal to do your part in that process. Okay? All right. I will see you tomorrow for the weekend reading. And I hope everybody has a very good Halloween. Enjoy this thin veil moment. It's bound to feel pretty magical today. So, all right. Have a good night. Happy Halloween, everybody.